Hello everyone, this is Crota coming at you, giving you Game 1 in a series between Foggy and FoCuS. Game 1 taking place here on Twisted Meadows. On the top right-hand side of the map, we see FoCuS spawning as the yellow orc player. Meanwhile, over here at what I'll call the 5 o'clock position, we see Foggy spawning as the red night elf. Night Elf versus Orc. No big surprise here. What we're going to be looking at, most likely Demon Hunter versus Blade Master matchup. And one of the reasons why I like this matchup, even though it is a little bit predictable, is the items and also the execution. After watching and seeing so many games of Warcraft 3 played, at some point you may start saying to yourself, all the games just really look the same. Well, that is definitely not the case, as the maps change and the basic strategies and your creep patterns may change, even if your end result is different, even though your end result may be the same. You're going to be taking a look. Blade Master off over here, going to be going after Wisp. There goes one Wisp already. No, that was a detonation. Perfectly timed as the Demon Hunter. Oh, Blade Master finally gets that kill there. There's a mana burn on the Blade Master. No more wind walking for him, and he cannot go toe-to-toe right there, and he trips up on a sheep. Talk about random doodads making a big play in the game. A sheep getting in the way of the Blade Master, as we're now taking a look at this Blade Master here. All right, very interesting play, as the Wisp are going to be trying to wander around pretty consistently. You can see the Wisp are dancing in and out of that gold mine, and the Wisp are perhaps the weakest link in this Night Elf opening. Foggy going through what many players feel is one of the major weaknesses in a matchup like this, and the main problem here is that, oh wait, Shadow Priest now looking to take a little bit of damage or trying to get away. You can see that the entangled gold mine, oh, Archer maybe, oh, perfect, oh no, does not get the pathing in time. Why doesn't he try and get away the other way? That was the big question there. And the Archer could have repositioned herself right here to prevent the Blade Master from getting in, but I guess there was just enough room, or perhaps if you take a look at it, that gap is a bit wider than you would normally expect. Blade Master now looking to back off. The Blade Master did do a fair bit of damage, taking down that Troll Shadow Priest early on, but most likely that will just get hired back up in just a moment. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter, sitting at level 2 with a potion of greater healing, is going to be a little bit more aggressive at this stage. Cloak of Shadows most likely will be sold. We'll see when he does pick up those Boots of Speed, Staff of Teleportation, and Staff of Preservation as we go into Tree of Ages. Now, let's take a look back at what the Orc player is going to be doing. FoCuS almost done taking the stronghold. You can see the Orc burrows are down, and he is now just gathering a large amount of resources for the eventual Altar of Storms, training up that Shadow Hunter, and then eventually the Bestiary and that Spirit Lodge. Bestiary definitely for those raiders. Raiders are very effective at shutting down or dealing damage, to other units here. All right, Troll Berserker now coming in. Demon Hunter now back, gets another mana burn off, not in time for the Windwalk. That Troll Berserker does do a fair bit of damage, as we can see now the Blade Master being forced to retreat. Let's take a look back over here. Stronghold nearly done, as FoCuS and Foggy are going to be moving on into the mid-game. Now, the first 5 minutes of a game is normally where you're just trying to feel each other out, trying to figure out what your opponent's strategy is going to be, and trying to dictate the pace of the game. Now, at the 5 minute to 7 minute mark, that's where, at least in this Night Elf versus Orc matchup, the rubber meets the road. You're going to be seeing the secondary heroes. You're going to see the harassment. You're going to be looking at the tree of, the Ancients of Wind coming into play, and you can see, based on Foggy, that Foggy is actually a bit behind in terms of tech. Tree of Ages is now very far behind. You can see just now getting completed. Stronghold is already done, with the Tauren Chieftain now being added. Sorry, I made a reference to the Shadow Hunter earlier. Shadow Hunter not the choice here, just because you want Shockwave for those Druids of the Talon. It forces your opponent to spend precious gold on Scrolls of Healing, and anytime you can force your opponent to spend gold and all it costs you is mana, then that is going to be a good thing. The big problem, the Demon Hunter should be able to shut down that Tauren Chieftain, as that Tauren Chieftain is not the primary hero, and therefore will not be strong enough with those shockwaves until later on, giving that Demon Hunter a little bit more time to get to level 3 or perhaps even level 5. Tauren Chieftain with that Endurance Aura. Units now moving a little bit faster. Units will be attacking a bit faster as well. All of that is important in the upcoming fight as we see the Spirit Lodge and Bestiary nearing completion. Now the big problem here was that because of the delay on that Tree of Ages, the Beastmaster was slightly delayed, and because of that, there was no delay on the Bestiary and that Spirit Lodge there. If you allow your opponent to pretty much play the exact game they want to play, then you are going to have a harder time trying to win. I often hear that, what, so-and-so race is just broken. How can you ever let that, even let it get to that situation, or how do you overcome it? Well, you overcome it by preventing and delaying that particular strategy that they're trying to use. If there is nothing that you can do in the end game, well, delay the end game or prevent them from getting to that end game. All right, Blade Master, perhaps wasn't expecting the Potion of Healing to be used. No Staff of Preservation, though. Staff of Teleportation may be given over here. Archer is now taking a lot of damage, and you can see, even though a couple of ensnares did go down, the Tauren Chieftain will benefit more by getting to level 2 right here. Level 2 here, you can take a look. Foggy, he knows that this is the weakest part of his timing. Tree of Eternity is not done yet. No Druids of the Talon out on the field, not even for Fairy Fire, let alone Cyclone, to try and shut down the high DPS units such as that Blade Master. Grunts now looking to come across over here. We're going to take a look. Raiders, I'm going to finish this off. Tauren Chieftain will be just shy of level 3 after clearing out this creep camp. Meanwhile, the Beastmaster going to be heading off to the north. He wants to get to level 2, perhaps for that Hawk that will give him sight on that Blade Master, who is currently out of commission. Now, we are going after the Ogre Warrior, Ogre Magi creep camp at the 7 o'clock position. Druids of the Talon, you can see how much damage that Fairy Fire does in addition to the magic damage from those Druids of the Talon. That little bit of burning damage just deals so much to those poor Ogre Warriors. Demon Hunter should be picking up that Tome of Agility, a little bit more armor, a little bit extra damage. So that's something you are always looking for. All right, Demon Hunter may be forced to use a Scroll of Town portal, or is he going to simply walk back? Nope, Scroll of Town portal it is, as the Druids of the Town now making their way back here. Timing is critical as the Keeper of the Grove now out on the field as well. All right, there you have it. Altar of Elders taking a lot of damage here. You're not going to be getting that unit out anytime shortly. Meanwhile, we may be looking at a Tavern Hero in just a second. No, the Altar of Elders is gone. You cannot hire the Tavern Hero any longer without an Altar of Elders. So that is going to be significantly behind even more. Beastmaster is at level 2. Demon Hunter just shy of level 3. Perhaps wants to borrow some experience from that Beastmaster if at all possible, as the Tauren Chieftain now makes its way in. Tauren Chieftain already sitting at level 3 as we are now looking to go into an economic game by Foggy. However, the economic game does mean he actually needs to have that expansion start to pay for itself before he really sees any advantage. The Tree of Life, the Wisp, all of those are cost prohibitive, and that does mean you will be down about five units or 5 supply worth of units, and unless you're able to successfully defend, perhaps with Moonwells, perhaps with that altar, things are not going to be going well at all. Altar of Elders being constructed off over here now. You can take a look. A Peon looking out across the map, perhaps looking to see if an expansion is anywhere nearby, and he may come across this if he does a thorough check. If he just stops right off over here and does a patrol, then he is not going to spot anything. Meanwhile, there is the Hawk. The Hawk does spot all of this here, and a Peon check by FoCuS. Oh, that is going to be critical. That is going to be key. Is he going to spot it? Yes, he will. Nightfall in time, as he does spot that expansion there. All right, the key will be whether or not he builds. Oh, there's the cancellation. That is spotted now. No ninja expansion at all, and instead you are going to be seeing more units come out here. Druids of the Talon, why aren't you being trained? Oh, that could be a little bit of a setback here, as we're looking at the Goblin Tinker getting caught in transit. Definitely so. There goes the Ensnare. There goes a level 3 Blade Master, as I believe FoCuS is just continuing to build on his own lead. Peons now sitting off over here. Let's take a look. Wisp now trying to back off here. We're going to be getting a resurrection on that Goblin Tinker. That Goblin Tinker Pocket Factory Such a powerful ability. An explosion on death does so much. Meanwhile, the Blade Master with 2 claws of attack +6 and a circlet of nobility plus enhanced attack speed because of that endurance aura is really gonna make a profound difference. Now, Shockwave is at level 2 as well, and that does mean that I believe Foggy is pretty much gonna be up the creek without a paddle. He is not going to have an easy time here, and you can also see that Foggy is trying to go after this creep camp where the main target, the main damage dealer is this rock golem where the Druids of the Talon cannot fight back. All right, a big question in the upcoming fight. Oh, Rune Bracers, that is not going to be helpful. Staff of Preservation sends him all the way back here. Going to heal back up. Rune Bracers quickly sold, picks up a Scroll of Town Portal. Oh, Staff of Teleportation comes back over. Mud Golem will be back down. Scroll of Town Portal in order to get away, as the Troll Berserker does go down and teleports everyone back home. All right, frequent flyer miles for that Demon Hunter. Staff of Preservation sends him home. Staff of Teleportation sends him back. Scroll of Town Portal sends him and all of his friends home, as we now take a look at where this Demon Hunter is going to be traveling to next. All right. Let's take a look at this. Beastmaster, Demon Hunter now making its rounds, trying to head off to the north perhaps. What will be happening here? That is going to be the big question. What's going to be going down as all the units are now making their way off to the north? Let's take a look at this. A quick ensnare. Rock Golem going to be taking a little bit of damage here. Are we going to see a Creepjack? No, it doesn't look like it. The Druids of the Talon, as they're gaining more and more mana, it is going to give Foggy a bit more of an advantage, as it is going to mean more Cyclones and more Fairy Fire. All right, let's take a look at this. Blade Master, plus 14 damage. Where is that Tauren Chieftain? Tauren Chieftain now sitting at level 4 with a Sobi Mask and a Potion of Greater Mana. Those items, absolutely the items that he is looking for, short of a level 5 Demon Hunter with level 3 mana burn. I am not sure who is going to, or what's really going to go down here. Ogre Magi quickly taken out. Blade Master is nearby. No Hawk anywhere to be seen. Blade Master, oh, Fairy Fire right there as he mana burns away. As you can see, oh, this is just going to be an absolute nightmare. Scroll of Town Portal already underway, teleporting all the way. It looks like the Tauren Chieftain, Blade Master are going to clean things up here and clean up this last Forest Troll High Priest. And normally, oh, come on, there was a book right there. Oh, why would Blade Master goes back to read his books. Thank you very much. Why wouldn't that Blade Master want extra damage on his attacks? You know, swing slightly faster, swing slightly harder. No, thank you. No, thank you at all. All right, Fairy Dragons, ends justify the means, unless they are in that Mana Flare mode with that plus 12 armor. The Bat Riders can one-shot them and take them down. All right, the Hawk is out in the air. Are we going to see a mana burn? Oh, there is that mana burn there. Blade Master looking to get some damage now. Pocket Factory now into play, and this is going to be a fight, but the lines have pretty much melted away. Potion of Invulnerability on a Blade Master, perhaps one of the most annoying things ever, as the troll, or as the... Wow, that was just within range. Talk about knowing your Scroll of Town Portal range. That was an absolute perfect spot right there, as the Beastmaster just shy of level 3 and the Goblin Tinker just shy of level 2. This is going from bad to worse for Foggy. I think he's used 4 Scrolls of Town Portal, 3 or 4 at this point, and that is equivalent to, well, you don't count the first one, so what, about 1,000 gold. That could easily equal 16 supply of units in Bears, Druids of the Talon. That is just a very big loss overall, but he is in no upkeep compared to FoCuS's 70/70. At this point, I can pretty much safely call this game that I don't see any way that FoCuS can lose this game short of a catastrophic failure, as we're now looking at, a Bat Rider, giving level 3 to a Druid of the Talon, so that is going to help just a bit, but that's just a higher level hero for the Orcs to try and kill. All right. We are taking a look. Raiders now making their way back down here. We are going to perhaps be getting an ensnare. There you go. There is that Pocket Factory now coming into play as well. There is that Cyclone. Blade Master in play, going after that Demon Hunter, and this is going to be the final fight. Demon Hunter actually caught between well, a pocket factory and a tree, unable to really do all that much. Gonna staff up teleportation back in to join in on the fight. Demon Hunter does have a potion of healing. Pocket Factory doing as best as it can, as the numbers are just not in your favor. You are the weakest link. Foggy, just give it up. No way that you're going to be able to take this game at all. Yes, you have a hero, you have a life, but that is just not going to be enough for you. As you can see, there is the GG. FoCuS easily taking game 1 in this series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 1. Please stay tuned for game number 2.